This holiday season, you might be looking for nutritious, convenient meals to keep you energized on jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle while tackling all your holiday to-dos. Too busy with holiday plans to cook, but want to make sure you're eating well? With Factor, skip the extra trip to the grocery store and the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too, while still getting the flavor and nutritional quality you need. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes, so all you have to do is heat and enjoy. When you're too busy running around to plan lunch, Factor has you covered with lunch to go. Effortless, wholesome meals like grain bowls and salad toppers that are ready to eat when you're on the go, no microwave required. Head to factormeals.com/MC911pod50 and use code MC911pod50 to get 50% off. That's code MC911pod50 at factormeals.com/MC911pod50 to get 50% off. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Whether your resolution is to save money, eat better, or stress less, HelloFresh is here to help you do all three. Say hello to your most delicious year yet with fresh ingredients and chef-crafted recipes at a price you'll like delivered right to your door. So you've resolved to actually sit down and eat dinner around the table, but what do you do about those nights when your schedule is packed? Turn to HelloFresh's lineup of quick and easy meals, including their 15-minute recipes designed to help minimize mealtime stress. Every single meal I've had from HelloFresh has had easy-to-follow instructions, fresh ingredients, and when it's done, I feel like I'm out at my favorite restaurant. Go to HelloFresh.com/MC911free and use code MC911free for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/MC911free with code MC911free.
You will fail. So what? Everybody does. But your gym, your watch, your yoga pants, they pretend you won't. So when you miss a day, eat the pancakes. Give up on a workout? You failed? Seriously, what the hell? We're Body. We've been a part of that too, but not anymore. At Body, we're rejecting perfection and embracing reality. Not in a Pizza Monday kind of way, in a loving your whole life kind of way. In a, this workout is fun and it's okay if I take a week off kind of way. In an, I'm eating healthy and it's okay if I indulge kind of way. In a, I like myself no matter what kind of way. Yeah, you will fail. We all will. But we're not going to let that be the end. You see that? We're already making progress. So let's keep going. We are Body. Start your free trial at body.com. That's BODI.com.
Odds are that most of you out there have at some point in your life had to call for emergency help of some sort. You may have had to call 911 multiple times in your life. I know I've had to call more than a few times for various reasons as well. It can be because of absolutely terrifying circumstances, both for the caller and for those involved. But some of us, even those who aren't in any sort of emergency services as a profession, we can grow numb to things like this. I hear it every day. Someone could call in a wreck with injuries and be completely calm about it. That is a stark contrast to what most people think happen on almost every 911 call. But what if this is something you've never dealt with before? A child caller in general has never been faced with a real emergency. Very young callers may not know the severity of what's going on, past that there's just something wrong. Those callers, say around 5 or 6 years old, they can remain very calm during calls. Once the caller gets a bit older, maybe 10 or so, the gravity of the situation can be known and it can be a very scary thing. In this week's episode, I'll talk about both an absolutely heartbreaking and empowering incident involving a child caller. One who was thrust into a situation that even adults would have trouble handling. Welcome back to Music City 911.
I'm Miley. I'm 14. I live with my mom and my stepdad. I'm in 8th grade, going to high school next year. I'm on the color guard team for the high school.
Miley is a very happy and outgoing girl who lives in a small town in Kentucky. She loves hanging out with her best friends and also loves her pets.
Macy and Madeline, they're both nice and really, really funny and make jokes like with each other and go to the movies. They've supported me throughout middle school. Me and Macy FaceTime like every day. I have 5 animals. I have 2 dogs, a Yorkie Poodle, and a rescue. We don't know what kind of animal, like what kind of breed he is. And then I have 2 cats and a turtle.
For the most part, she enjoys the normal life of a young teen. I ask her about her favorite food and also if she has a celebrity crush.
Probably, his name is Rudy. He plays JJ in Outer Banks. My favorite meal is Olive Garden chicken with mashed potatoes. And my favorite drink is probably sweet tea.
She also loves goofing around and watching other people do the same. When asked about her favorite class, her immediate answer was health class, but not for the reasons you would think.
Because all the people in there make it really funny. They really just mess around. This one time, we were in health, and this boy got on top of the table and started dancing. And then my principal walked in, and she started yelling at him. And then he got off the table and started laughing and fell to the floor as he was getting off. It was really funny.
Even though she is incredibly happy overall, Miley has had a large number of problems during her lifetime.
I have scoliosis and sleep apnea. I also have some dietary problems. The dietary problems make it hard for me to eat and actually want food. The sleep apnea is makes it hard for me to have a good sleep. And the scoliosis has prevented me from doing a lot of sports that I've wanted to do and play games that I've wanted to do. Basically be a normal kid. I've had to have a lot of surgeries. I've had to have surgeries for my back, my ribs, and my stomach. So I have a feeding tube, and it helps me get nutrient at night while I sleep. It helps me add calories onto my day, which has helped me gain a lot of weight. When I was in 5th grade, I weighed under 50 pounds for so long. And then as soon as I hit 6th grade, I got up in the 50s and the 60s. And then I've just been in the 70s, back down to the 60s, back up to the 70s since then.
Throughout her life, Miley has had well over 10 surgeries.
When I was 9 months old, I had to have a surgery. 18 months. I had to have a surgery to put a G-tube in my stomach, and my first back surgery. And then later on, I don't know what age, but I had to have another back surgery. And when I was 7, there might have been surgeries in between there, but when I was 7, I had another surgery for my back and a halo on my head. I had to stay in the hospital for 6 weeks with the halo, and then afterwards I had to stay in the hospital at UK for 4 weeks recovering. And then there has been surgeries like in between there, but the most recent one was 2019 summer. I had to have a back surgery where they put 2 metal rods in my back and broke my ribs up and put a rod in my ribs.
Her grandmother has had an immense impact in her life overall. Miley loves her entire family, but her granny has a very special place in her heart.
My mom had me at 15, so like she is still in high school, and so like from what my mom has told me, Grammy watched me a lot, and she would like, I'm kind of remember sleeping in her bed a lot. I remember watching like Barney, and she'd sit there with me, and she'd play Barbies with me. So like, oh, and she'd come to like every surgery. She'd come to doctor's appointments. So like, I really, really bonded with her. I used to also call her mom, because my mom would call her mom. So I thought that was just her name. So I used to call her mom.
Back in December of 2020, Miley was thrust into an absolutely terrifying situation for anyone, let alone a small child.
I was 11, so I really couldn't do much. But my mom and my dad were going to the store. It was like Christmas time, so they were like buying like Christmas presents and stuff. And my Grammy came over to watch me. She said she was gonna take a little nap, and I said okay. And I was playing Roblox with my best friend, and that's when it all started. She was asleep, and she started screaming, and then blood came out of her mouth. I tried to wake her up, so I called 911 after she like wasn't waking up.
Miley is just 11 years old at the time this happened. She was alone with her grandmother, who was taking a nap. During that nap, something happened with her grandmother, and Miley wasn't sure what it was. Miley couldn't wake up her grandmother and was very scared. She knew help was needed and fast. At that point, she picked up the phone and dialed 911.
What is your emergency?
My Granny.
Your granny? What's your address? Are you in an apartment or a house?
A house.
What's going on with your granny?
She has blood coming out of her mouth, and she's not responding.
Okay. How old are you, sweetheart?
I'm 11 years old.
Okay. Are there any other adults there?
No. It's just me.
Is she breathing? Do you see her chest going up and down?
Yeah, she's breathing, but she's not responding.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good, okay? I need you to keep an eye on her chest for me, okay?
Please hurry. She's my favorite person in the world.
Okay, sweetheart. We're getting them that way to you.
Daddy, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm here with you, okay?
Granny? Are you up? Can you hear me? My granny's getting up. What do I do?
Okay, I'm getting the ambulance. Tell her to stay still. The ambulance is on its way, okay?
She can't hear me. She's not listening. She's not listening. What do I do?
Okay. It's okay. We're getting them headed that way to you, okay?
I did. Please hurry.
Okay. Okay, I'm telling them to hurry, okay?
Please. She's the only thing I have right now. Both of my dogs just died. My parents are shopping. Can't get it out. She's moving, but she's not responding to me.
Okay, what's your name, okay? Does your grandma have her eyes open?
Yeah, but she's trying to close them.
Okay, all right. Just tell her that help's on the way, okay?
Help's on the way, Granny.
She is breathing. She's still breathing, correct? Is her chest still going up and down?
Yes,
okay.
the blood's coming out of her mouth, and I'm scared. I'm so scared, too, and I don't know what to do.
Doing a great job, okay? I've got everybody on their way to you. We've got them on their way, okay? You just tell me if something changes with your grandma. What's your grandma's name? All right, and did she fall?
No, she was taking a nap, and she started screaming. She went, she's closing her eyes. What do I do?
That's okay. Just tell her that you're there with her, okay? Or can you hold her hand?
I'm scared.
Okay, I know, but you're being real strong being there with her, okay?
Here's what happened. I was playing snowballs with my friend, and she told me to wake her up in about an hour because she was tired.
Okay.
She was coming to hang out with me while my parents were out shopping.
Okay.
And she took a nap. She took a nap. And then she started screaming, and I told my friend that I don't know what to do. She said to call my parents, and one of them answered.
For me, okay? Can you take a deep breath for me? Take yourself a deep breath, okay? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In and out, okay? Now, can you look at your grandma again, and are her eyes still open?
No, they're closed, but she's still breathing.
Okay, her eyes are closed, but she is still breathing. When you say grandma, when you say something, does she respond to you at all?
No, not at all.
Okay.
She has this little thing on her ankle, and she told me about it earlier, but it keeps like stuff on her phone. It's like a bracelet, kind of like a Fitbit, but it keeps your heart rate, but I can't open her phone. I don't know her password.
Okay. All right. You're doing it. Can you go to the front door and unlock the front door for me?
Yeah, I can open it.
Okay, go to the front door and open the front door for me.
We have a screen door and you can't really see the door. I'll keep
Okay.
an eye out for the ambulance if you'd like.
Okay.
I don't want her to pass. And I don't that my papa has passed away. And I got really sad and I can't lose her too.
I know it's hard, but you're doing a great job getting her help, okay? You're being a real big girl taking care of her. We've got an ambulance and officer coming to you, okay? A police officer and an ambulance, so I don't want you to get scared if you see either one.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there siren zones I can hear them?
You may be able to hear them.
Okay.
They'll turn them off before they get to you, though, okay?
Okay. Do you want me to go get somebody from across the street to help me?
If you can't, just stay there, okay? They should be on their way.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm really nervous.
I know. You're doing a wonderful... What's your mama's name? You know what her phone number is?
Yes. Yeah.
That's good, okay? It shouldn't be much longer. They are on their way to you, okay? Can you go back in and check on Grandma?
I'm sitting right here with her.
You're sitting there with her. Is her chest still going up and down? She's still breathing?
Yes, but her eyes are still closed.
Okay.
Will she be okay?
They're going to check her out, okay? You've done a wonderful job, okay? You've been real big today.
I see the light. I see the light.
Okay, can you go to the door and let them in? Don't go out in the street, but just go to the door, okay?
I think they passed me.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, they did. I'm waving my arm.
You're waving your arm?
Yeah.
All right, sweetheart. You talk to them, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, they should be there, okay? They're going to help your grandma, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm really scared.
I know, sweetheart. It's real scary. Okay.
He doesn't bite. She's a nice dog. Anna, shut up. She's on the little chair right there.
Okay, sweetheart, I'm going to let them talk to you, okay? Are they taking care of Grandma?
Okay, bye.
Responders got to the scene, but they had to make sure they were at the right house.
First, like very, very first, it was the police, but they passed my house. And then it was the ambulance that got at my driveway first. They came, they asked me if it was my address. And they asked me if, like, where my Grammy was. And then they went in. The ambulance person, the paramedic, went to Grammy. And the police officer asked me what happened. And then the other police officer talked to Grammy, trying to see if she knew where she was, or who she was. She had woken up as soon as they got there.
This whole thing for a child to experience was obviously traumatic. So many emotions flooded Miley.
I was really scared because I thought she was gonna die. At the time, I didn't know it was like a seizure. I thought she was like having like a stroke, which I know are like bad. So like I thought she's gonna die. I was like crying, screaming for her to like wake up.
When help got there, it did have an effect on Miley, but there was still some concern.
I was relieved, and then when she said she couldn't remember, I was freaked out. I thought she'd never remember who I was. They were there for about 30 minutes, and then they put me and Grammy in the ambulance, and we left. They said I couldn't, like, go with my neighbor or anything, because Mom was gonna meet us at the hospital. The paramedic was making jokes to make me laugh, and Grammy was starting to remember, but still didn't remember who I was. I was thankful that she was getting memory back, but still scared that she wouldn't remember me.
People who have never had a seizure or haven't been witness to someone having one, they usually don't know that the patient won't know what happened. They're confused. They often have a bit of memory loss. This usually doesn't last too long. For Miley's grandmother, it was no different.
It didn't take long, probably about an hour, and then my mom called me. She said that Grammy remembered everything, still didn't realize that she had a seizure, and that she was kind of repeating her words, or her sentences, but that she was getting better.
Miley's grandmother was in the hospital and doing much better. After this all happened, Miley started thinking back about the day.
I think one of my neighbors came over because they saw the ambulance and the police officer. And I think one of my neighbors came over and asked if I was okay and asked if I needed to stay with them, which was very relieving that somebody was there.
When thinking back about the dispatcher that was on the line with her, which, by the way, I thought did an amazing job, Miley also agreed and pointed out how much she helped while responders were on the way.
She tried to calm me down, and she tried to reassure me that it was going to be okay.
During the call, there wasn't only concern for her grandmother. Miley also noted that she was sad that her 2 dogs had just died shortly before this.
My 2 dogs, when the call did happen, it was 2. My 2 dogs, Tobias and Homer T, passed away a few days before this happened.
Her dogs were so adored by Miley that when I asked if she could travel back in time to any point in her life, what time would that be? It was an easy answer for her.
I'd go back to when I first met Homer T and Tobias. Because Homer T was a baby still, he had literally just been born, and Tobias was not blind. And he could actually see me. He went blind later on in his life.
Even with all that she's been through, Miley's an extremely strong person that's always going to continue to push herself to be better. I finished up by asking what the future would hold for her, and if she could leave a message for the world, what would that be?
I'll probably stay on the color card team, do all my work, and try to get A's and B's, and that I am stronger than I look.
Even though Miley and her grandmother are fine right now, Miley isn't completely done with her surgeries. She's expected to have more in the future. It would be great if you could help out Miley and her family by going to her GoFundMe page, which can be found at gofundme.com/Miley'sFund. Any amount is greatly appreciated, and a link will be listed in the show notes, along with all the other normal social media links. If you like the show and this episode, be sure to give a 5-star rating and review on whatever podcast app you're listening on. Be sure to share it with anyone you believe might like to listen. And if you want more Music City 911, head over to patreon.com/Music City 911 for bonus content and ad-free episodes. For Music City 911, I'm Brandon, and y'all have a good one.